What up, everybody? It's your boy 313 J-Mo here with another video for y'all. Before I get the video started, make sure you check out all the DSA members in my description below. We got the Above the Rim coming back next Monday. You know, the basketball season is about to start, and if you know J-Mo, you know that's my favorite sport, and I know a lot about basketball and football, but yeah, man, it's going to be very, very exciting to get back started with the Pistons, talking about our sleeper teams. Y'all know my sleeper team is the Pelicans because my boy Zoe. But it's going to be on Detroit Drew's channel. He's in my description below. Make sure you guys check me out on Discord. Let's get the video started. So, the NFC North, I think, we're the only team where every team in the division has a winning record. Now the NFC West it's a really good division, but Arizona is I'm not gonna even say their record because it makes me mad, but they haven't won a game. You know, they got some good teams in that division. And you know, the funny thing about the 49ers is I didn't pick them as a sleeper team because I think we did our sleeper teams earlier. But one thing I always said was I believe in Jimmy G. I've always said it. It's documented. And simply because those first 5 games, I saw what I needed to see in him as a quarterback. I'm like, okay, you put something around him, he could possibly be a franchise quarterback. And, you know, it's not like he's playing out of his mind, but they're winning games and the 49ers ain't going nowhere. So, anyway, NFC North, I didn't really watch. I forgot the Shot Toilet game was even on, y'all. To be honest, I was doing so much other stuff. You know, I happened to hop on Twitter and I'm like, oh yeah, the Shot Toilet game is on. And I came when they scored that second touchdown. It was like 14-0. And then I went and watched the game, and I don't know what had happened, but then they was like right back at the goal line. I'm like, man, I'm cutting this game off. And then they end up winning. But who is the best team in the NFC North? So lately, I've been watching the other teams' games, like rewatching. Like I watched both of the Packers' last 2 games. I watched Minnesota. I've been watching everyone and just doing my research. I watched Kansas City game against Oakland because they didn't score after a certain point. I watched the game where against the Ravens. I've been doing my research and watching these games and analyzing these teams to formulate what's going down. So who is the best team in the NFC North? I'm gonna go over each team and their strengths and weaknesses and where I rank them. So first, we're gonna start off with Shot Toilet. Great defense. Horrible quarterback. I mean, even the interception he threw yesterday, like just like Shannon Sharp said on Twitter, who are you throwing to? But great defense, questionable offense. I can't believe their offense is questionable because Matt Nagy was so good in his first season, but maybe teams have adjusted or maybe Trubisky has just regressed. But to me, you know, they're the worst team in the division. Like, a great defense can only carry you so far if when your quarterback is bad as Trubisky. I'm just be 100, man. Like, he's not a starter in this league. It feel like they had a Jacoby Brissett. They had a Teddy Bridgewater. Like, you remember when Teddy Bridgewater was with the Vikings? They won 11-5 and won the division, right? Like, you just need somebody that's good enough. Trubisky got lucky that Case Keenum was worse than him on that day. But maybe if Dwayne Haskins was out there, they would have been balling. But we don't know. We ain't seen Dwayne yet. Shout out to Daniel Jones. I was one of the people like, what are they doing? But they were right. I'll give my crow. And these Philly fans is a bunch of bitches. I forgot to mention this. These Philly fans deleting all their videos, talking all that shit. Y'all ain't never seen J-Mo delete any type of video of me talking anything to a fan base. I always take the L. I always take my crow. I remember the Saints game. Y'all remember what happened that last time we played the Saints? I took my L. Like, niggas is just weak, bro. Y'all don't got no type of character. Like, why you deleting videos? To me, that's just weak, bro. But anyway, back to the NFC North, man. So that's where I rank Chicago. And then the second in the ranking will be Minnesota. I thought Minnesota would be like fighting with us for the division, but I remember Man Beast Morris, shout out to Man Beast. He always said Minnesota defense is getting old. They getting old. And with the games I'm watching, you know, they're still good at times, but they can be exposed easily through the air. When have you heard about Minnesota being able to be exposed through the air? I know they got some injuries and stuff, but Minnesota and then Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook is amazing. Like, we already knew this. If you know J-Mo, you know, you one of my, you know, original followers and stuff, you would know that I wanted Dalvin Cook in the second round. And when we got Tease Tabor, I had some questions about that. I wanted to get Dalvin Cook. I think he got picked with 4 T's though. I can't remember. But anyway, and then Kirk Cousins, I don't know what's up with him. Like, I think he's maybe like a top 20 quarterback. Like, I think he's solid, but it's just like sometimes he just like, I don't know what's up with Kirk Cousins. And then I'm going to put Green Bay and then the Lions first. And I'm not putting the Lions first because I'm biased. I'm going to tell you why. Green Bay, I watched their last 2 games. They're overrated. They are much better though. Like on defense, I knew Zadarius Smith was going to be a great pickup. I said that because he played for the Ravens. I watched the Ravens a lot last year because of Lamar Jackson. But their defense is good, but they can be gashed in the run. Their secondary, Kevin King and Zaire Alexander, though they're solid corners, but I don't think they've really been tested. And the Minnesota receivers couldn't do nothing because Kirk Cousins just didn't. He had a horrible game that game. And then on offense, it's like, they can strike fast and hit you with a lot of points and free plays. You know how Aaron Rodgers is. He can hit you real quick. But then they get a little predictable and you can start to scheme up for them and their offense gets really stagnant. I don't know why they've been struggling on offense. They were better last game against the Broncos, but against the Vikings, they scored 21 points and never scored again. And it wasn't because the Vikings was playing some old level Vikings defense. It's just like they not in sync. So they're still learning just like the Lions are when it comes to their offense. And like I said, their defense is better, but they're still learning on offense. And my thing is, who have they played? And that's the same thing with every team in the NFC North. We played the toughest teams, and we beat them. They haven't played, the Packers will play the Eagles. They haven't played no Eagles. They ain't played no team as good as the Eagles or the Chargers. I don't care what their record are. Chargers are definitely making the playoffs. They start slow every year. We know this. The Eagles, they might get a wild card. But my thing is, because it would probably be between them or San Francisco or Seattle. Because the Rams, man, you look at the Rams schedule. They schedule so easy. They could win 14 games, and I'm sick about it. But because I don't like the Rams. But my thing is with Green Bay, I'm watching the games, and I just think they can really be exposed. And they haven't really been challenged yet. They haven't really been challenged on offense yet for somebody to really put them in a bad position. And those cornerbacks, I don't really think they can handle Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones. I don't. The Lions have scored 33 points the last 3 years against the Packers, no matter what they've had. And our offense, to me, is even better than it was because of Darrell Bevell and all those other things. But that's why I have them there. And they're 3-0. But like I said, who have they played? Like, you beat Minnesota where Kirk Cousins was playing terrible. You beat Mitch Trubisky, who... Do I have to say anything? And then you beat the Broncos. Broncos aren't complete scrubs. They're better than what their record says, but they're nothing special. I'm like, who have they beat? And we beat Philly in Philly. I don't care about injuries. We beat them in Philly. They never lose in Philly. Carson Wentz has only lost 5 times ever at home. Doug Peterson never loses in Philly. That's why nobody had us winning in Philly, because it's really hard to win there since Doug Peterson has gotten there. And we beat a Charger team that beat the Colts. The Colts are good right now, and they're gonna be good because Jacoby Brissett is a starting quarterback in this league. They're gonna be fine. I just feel like we've beaten better teams. And we still haven't lost. And every team has a weakness. Green Bay, their weakness is offense. Our weakness is special teams. Minnesota weakness is their quarterback. And I don't know what's up with Minnesota right now. We'll see what happens later on in the season. And we all know Mitch Trubisky is the weakness of the Bears. But I feel like we have the fewest amount of weakness. If our weakest unit is our special teams, that can be shored up. Our offense isn't some high-flying, amazing offense, but it's good. It's better than what it has been in past years, and our defense is great. Like, I don't know why people keep downplaying our defense. I just don't understand. And I go look at the stats. Rashawn Melvin leading the lead in pass breakups. Darius Slay and Justin Coleman have been great. Trey Flowers has 6 pressures and 8 tackles in the last game. Our linebacking core is great. I don't know why people are downplaying how good our defense is. But, I just don't know about that. But when I look at all the weaknesses of every team, what is the weakest unit? Minnesota, like they supposedly, they got a good roster, but they're not producing with it. And I think, I'm not trying to blame everything on Kirk Cousins, but when Dalvin Cook is running for 150 yards a game and you still struggling to win, yo, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dalvin Cook is a monster. So why aren't y'all winning more games? Now, I know they only lost one game to Green Bay, but even the games that they won, Atlanta and Oakland, those are cupcake teams. Atlanta, I don't know what's going on with them right now. But, you know, I just feel like, and then with the Lions, we beaten better teams, and our weakness is special teams, but that can be shored up very, very easily. And then we have a really good defense, and we have the most weapons on offense out of any team in the division. And that's what I'm just looking at. I think right now we're the best team in the NFC North. And the crown for the real best team in the NFC North will be decided when we face Green Bay on Monday Night Football. Like right now, I got us in first. But that's going to be the game that's going to decide it, at least for that point. Because the thing about the schedules is they playing their cupcake teams now. We play our cupcake teams later. So we're going to be winning a lot of games. This is the toughest portion of our schedule, and we 2-on-1. But let me know what you think about who's the best team in the NFC North. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, 313 J Mo, man. We just got to keep winning these games, y'all, and keep grinding out here.